Good morning.
Good morning, folks. Hope you're all doing very well out there. Sorry with the little technical hitch on the setup.
The sound was off.
The sound was off. Sound was off.
Yeah, good turnout already.
Yeah, plenty.
The patience for our lateness.
Plenty in the house.
Absolutely.
Early ones. Some new members.
I saw that.
Yeah. Jake, Robert, Ian.
Nice. Welcome, you guys.
Welcome. What was the weekend, Matty boy? Were you playing?
I played yesterday. Yep. Saturday was a little domestic bliss day, a little wine tour action. A little restaurant.
How's the head?
Fine. I was tired. I mean, we drove there, so I didn't drink that much. But
Niagara?
No, Prince Edward County, so the other way.
Wow.
East is nice.
Oh boy.
Nice. I was fine until we ate lunch and had a little flight of wine in the 37-degree heat for like 20 minutes. And we got back in the car. I was like, I'm dead. I've been killed. But no, it was fun. Yeah, played yesterday. It was a good round. What about you? Did you play?
Yep, played Saturday morning. The nice group of guys. Saturday morning
at the new
Hunt.
Good.
It was good. And then went out and hit a few balls yesterday afternoon.
Nice.
Yeah, built myself a couple of new clubs. I know I needed a couple. There's a couple that are just really required for Brampton. Really need a 2-iron round there.
Yeah, oh, really?
Really need a
you built a driving
like a little low bullet 2-iron.
What's the yardage at that place from the tips?
Like 66.
Okay. Same
so not a lot of drivers. You don't need to hit a lot of drivers.
A lot of placement holes?
A lot of placement holes. Like if you can find like a kind of 240, 250, but it blows quite a lot.
So you didn't want the hybrid up in there?
Yeah, that a hybrid tends to float a little bit. So.
Well, there'll be more on that later then, I guess, won't there?
Sure will.
Shall we?
Let's dive right in there. Can you start at the top and I'll catch up in the middle?
Sounds good. I'm just skipping by the early banter.
The early bants.
All right, here we go. From David. Okay, David had his irons fit plus half an inch, wedges standard length. He wants to add half an inch to his gap, 3/4 of an inch to his sand, and a full inch to the lob so that they're all the same length. You recommend that usually, don't you? Pitching wedge?
It's not a terrible idea. For people who do struggle with the length of a lob wedge being a little bit on the short side,
especially a taller person.
Yeah. Going kind of similar lengths.
Shaft extender, okay, or should you just
big deal.
it? Yeah.
No big deal. Cool. Yeah, I think I wouldn't be in a rush to stick a shaft extension in a driver.
Okay, so on a wedge,
well, sort of hand pressure going in there, but no biggie.
Good. All right.
Aye.
To you.
Let's see. So grab at the bottom here. Question about plane mate. How much do you guys recommend the plane mate to help with flipping the club? That's exactly what the plane mate is for. Well, it's one of the things that it really helps.
The key ones, yeah.
In order to get your swing sequenced properly, the body rotation drives the club face to square rather than the hands kind of flipping at it. So I would highly recommend that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A key feature, one might call it.
Indeed.
That's a good one. Quick one here.
Bandit's looking for a shaft extension for his birthday.
Are you?
Apparently.
Bandit, I think
hopefully a little more than a 1/4 inch, Bandit.
There's a couple 1-800 numbers that could probably get that for you.
You guys just got to know where to look, Matty boy.
1-800 wieners. Take this one from Steve. That's a good question. Favorite driver from the last 10 years? Love that.
The one I'm in right now, Sim.
Sim?
Yeah.
Wow.
I would say it's the best driver I've ever worked with.
Okay. I'll go nostalgic because you went new.
Yep.
Although I do like my current couple. I really liked the... I know. No, I played Maverick all weekend. There's no ping cheating, I promise. 909 Titleist D3. I thought that was a really cool driver.
Yeah. Did you? Yeah.
Maybe it was just the time that I used it.
I mean, there's a lot of people getting.
Just tell me. You're not gonna hurt my feelings.
I just think it's so funny. People get nostalgic about like, oh, the 905R, what a driver. If you put that thing against anything right now, it would just get stomped on.
Yeah. 909 wasn't that bad. The D3?
Pretty bad.
Was it?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Pretty bad, he said.
Pretty
bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's why it's nostalgia. It's not always true.
That's so true. But you know how you hit it at the time. You know, it was probably a great drive.
Yeah, I was like 19, and I did my playing test with it. It was like the first kind of driver that I think I actually like bought new and stuff. So that's
funny.
All right. Let's get this from Michael.
Hello, Michael.
Michael said he watched the Bettinardi wedge review. Nice. 2 days later, my dad asked me what was a good wedge to get, and he didn't want to go get fitted. Thank you guys for the help. Oh, perfect. He knew exactly what to get. So his pop got a new set of wedges.
Love it.
Good, Michael.
Love it.
That's
love
what
it,
we're
love
here
it.
for.
Yep.
Hope I know he'll enjoy them. It won't even be a question.
Mm-hmm.
He will enjoy them.
Got a question here, Super. Just done a full bag and looking for a ball recommendation.
Nice.
Driver, ball speed 151, launching at 16.2, spin rate is at 20,800, carry 255.
I want to put that on the screen. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
There it is, from Frank. Lovely.
The only thing I would say to that would be,
That's pretty unusual to have to spin that low, no?
if those are your numbers, are they the numbers after the fit? Because they're not ideal.
Yeah, it's a lot.
You know, the launch and spin super high,
Yeah,
and then the spin rate on the iron is super low.
agree.
Yeah,
Loft down driver, spinnier ball for the iron.
for sure,
Okay.
for sure.
Hopefully
Yeah.
it's an adjust. It must be. Obviously the driver, Frank, would be adjustable. So loft that baby down.
You could definitely get that down a little bit. It just looks like a pretty direct one. When launch and spin are both high like that, you have the ability to just lower loft. You don't have to get too creative with it.
Easiest situation there is, no?
Yeah. You just have to get that launch down to about 13. Spin should come down to about 2,200.
That Snell MTBX is pretty low spin on the irons.
Very low spin.
I played with it a few times last year.
Yeah.
What would be better? Pro V1X?
Probably 1X. Yeah. Similar kind of feel, firmer feel if you like that.
I don't know if Snell has another ball that is higher spin. They must.
They
Maybe
have
standard one.
the black, don't they? The softer compression one, but I don't think it's probably higher spin than the X, but I don't think it's particularly high.
No, relatively, it's probably not that high.
Yeah.
Okay. Jeremy, based on your Mizuno driver lineup testing, I was surprised none of the Mizuno line made the forgiving list. Okay. Yeah, we got a bunch of questions like this. So
All right.
we did the top 3 forgiving drivers because those are the most extreme example of those things. Like the Mizuno X driver is pretty forgiving. Sim Max is pretty forgiving. Mm-hmm. But I personally, and I've hit them all. None of those are as forgiving as the 3 that we did. They just aren't. They're not on the same planet.
The reality is, guys, the forgiveness is a club's ability to make up for the deficiencies in your game, right? Mm-hmm. That's what makes a club forgiving, because it forgives you of your issues.
Right.
Depends what those issues are. We're just generalizing with those 3. That
We were
they
doing
are
a strike.
We were
strike
doing
forgiveness.
very much based on
Let's
that.
call
So,
it that.
you know, you might tend to find, like, you could call ST200G a forgiving driver if you hit it left, because it sits open, you can put the weight in the toe, and it forgives you of that left miss. That at that point would become a forgiving driver for that type of player.
It's like when you say certain iron soles are forgiving.
Correct. I have
might
to have
be a
that
thin one.
conversation,
Yeah.
you know, several times a week now,
Yeah.
with regards to they're like, that iron's a bit smaller. Surely that's not forgiving. It is for what you need.
For you, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if a driver you like wasn't on the list, don't take it as a slight to it. It's just we were talking strike forgiveness.
Yeah.
Take this really quick. I didn't hear this from old Faldo. From
the
old grumpy
stuff.
Faldo.
Yeah.
I mean,
He
we've
thinks-
tried these
yeah.
iron shafts. They're 400 CPM iron shafts. They're not causing flying anything.
My comeback to that was, he says that Bryson's shafts are causing flyers, but Abraham Answer's probably the best on tour tee to green.
So true.
And he uses lightweight graphite, 105 gram TX.
He's in a 105.
105, yeah.
What are those, MMTs? or something?
MMTs. So you can't have one opinion for one based on the material and another opinion for the other. It's nothing to do with that.
I
at all.
think he's caught in a bygone area of graphite that
That's
did
what I
perform
was
like
saying.
that.
That's what I was saying. He's stuck in 1990 with a Pringle sweater on and a 2-iron that goes 200 yards.
so true.
It's true, isn't it?
He's a smart guy, but he's a little on the old-fashioned side.
He knew what he needed to do. I don't know if he's all that technologically smart. I've heard him talk about in the past, like, he sees those slow motion sort of images of the driver coming in, right? And I remember seeing one specifically where the guy hit it in the heel. I think it was Dustin Johnson hit a drive in the heel. Mm-hmm. And he's like, oh, look at that. The last minute, he tried to correct the club face and get the face to close over. And And the guys around them are like,
No.
Nick, like, you think Dustin Johnson has, in the millisecond, the ability to change his face angle?
Yeah.
He hit it in the heel. The
So
heel
did that.
deflected, and that's what made the face.
Yeah.
Like, but he actually thinks as a player
That it's doable.
that you can do that in the very last millisecond, that you can change where the face is.
Do you think he just isn't really that into equipment, and he's never taken enough of an interest to go, listen, I don't know that
Definitely.
much about it,
Like,
I'm going to get through
if you
it.
started to get into the conversation with him about look and feel
Yeah,
and
he'd
how
be-
lines flow in a forged iron,
He'd be all over it.
he'd be a great person to talk to in that. If you talk to him about any of the new stuff, not a chance, he doesn't get it.
A traditionalist, needless to say.
Yeah.
All right, Robert. Robert has cut his handicap index in half. That's a wild scene.
Attaboy.
Quite an accomplishment. Okay, so he's been playing super game improvement irons. Now that he's at 15, is he hurting his potential progression by playing those? Should I be fit to something in a different category? That's a good question.
That's
So
a good question.
Super game improvement, we're probably talking like, T400 size irons, something
Yeah,
on the.
yeah, G700 type style.
What do you think? 15
Yeah,
handicap?
I think it is probably time to look at something that gives you more options. Obviously, super game improvement are there to, again, talk about forgiveness, forgive your misses toe and heel, and low as well, a lot of low hits for higher handicappers. So yeah, I would say something that puts a little more emphasis on you to make a good strike.
Gotcha. Yep. I mean, again, there's still plenty forgiving in the mid-tier category of that.
Definitely.
Shouldn't be any issue. There's a lot of follow chatter in here.
Is there?
So much. I watched a fair amount of that. I never heard that. We'll take one Bryson question. Then there'll be no more Bryson chatter. Do either of us rate Bryson as a better driver than Rory? I think they both picked Rory. Yes, we did. Yep, as the ideal driver of the ball. My opinion, I would say, remains to be seen. If you take the last 2 weeks into account, probably.
No doubt about
But
it.
Rory didn't play this past week, so you couldn't compare. He played at what, Colonial, Rory did?
Yeah, he played the first 3 weeks, I think.
I mean, the total driving stat is what you have to look at. So Bryson obviously hits it quite a bit further. He's hitting about 60% of the fairways, which is quite good.
It's really good.
Considering he's hitting at 3,000
good.
yards.
Yeah.
I would say it remains to be seen. It wouldn't surprise me if he ends up with better driving stats than Rory. It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, I
It
think
could happen.
he certainly led the field in strokes gained driving last week.
Yeah, no
Rory leads
contest.
Rory leads the PGA Tour by, or has led the PGA Tour by quite a distance in strokes gained over the last little while. So I think it does remain to be seen, like you say, whether he can sort of sustain the accuracy. What happens when they go to tighter golf courses? That 60%, when he starts looking at a narrow fairway, could all of a
Might
sudden
be
become
40.
40.
Yep.
And then he's in all sorts of.
Good point.
All sorts
I think
of
he's
ball.
proven he can play more of a precision round if he needs to. That's for sure. But
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
1 sec.
Yeah. No worries. Okay. I will take one while Ian's over there.
So sorry, Javon.
No
You
worries.
guys are closed?
We're closed, yeah.
sorry.
No worries, bud.
Let me mute Ian's mic. Oh, you good? I was just going to mute your mic. Okay, there's one for us. Swing speed about 97 miles an hour. Expected to go up as I work more with my coach. Yeah, common situation. Currently hitting a 9-degree Maverick with a regular flex. It's already too fast for regular, no? At 97?
Yep.
Any recommendations for shaft? So a stiff is already a no-brainer. Would have to know what you're playing now to say exactly what. But yeah, something in the stiff.
Tendency for a heel strike for nasty fades.
Nasty.
Maverick.
What are Maverick's standard offerings?
I think they offer the Riptide.
Okay. Just pull this up right
Yep, I think they offer Riptide Black. There'll be some hazardous options in there.
So like a Hazardous 6.0 is probably
Yeah,
a
I
good
think
idea.
that would be pretty good. A little room for growth in there, up to about 103, 104, and then you might have to start looking at coming out it.
Yep. But I mean, 5 miles an hour would be a huge jump, so probably going to be okay with that.
Yeah.
All right, good. Do you want to grab
one.
something from the present?
Yes. Let's see where we're at here. Patrick. Guys, I hope you had a good weekend. What is the biggest difference between Japanese forged irons compared to your typical American or European forged irons?
You're the one to answer that.
Yeah, typically with that stuff, it just comes down to tolerances. I know the Japanese stuff tends to fall into a tighter window from a weight standpoint.
Right.
So,
do you find them heavier normally? Is
Yeah,
that
I
what you
do
told
find
me?
them heavier. Yeah, yeah. I'm actually contemplating a shaft change already.
Is that what you mentioned last week?
Yeah. Because obviously heavier heads, the S400s, which we ended up going with, and then the +4 with the Arcos on it. It does combine to be pretty
Just
heavy.
a unit.
It's a big old unit. So probably need to get into something about the 123, 124.
You were great with
gram.
those O-bands. You really were.
Yeah, so I might end up there. Might end up with Shimada Pro, one of the two of those.
Shimada.
Oh, Shimada.
That'd be good.
I'm thinking O-band 125 S Plus comes out at like 123.
Will they have an S Plus?
Yeah,
That's perfect.
yeah, it'll be nice. So
That's
I'm
great.
thinking that'd be ideal.
So
that's,
tolerances, feel,
really, that's the biggest difference.
head weights.
Yeah, I mean, feel.
Feels subjective, but
Feels
generally people
subjective.
find. I think if people keep saying they're softer,
Yeah,
they'll always be
I
softer
know.
because it's just what you believe. But generally speaking, that's what I hear that from people.
Yeah, no doubt about it. The Muras are soft. Obviously Mizuno make a lovely, lovely soft forging as well. I think any of the irons that are coming out of Endo's factory, same, really, really soft forge like any of the Epon stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Jeremy's asking about course suggestions. I just had to Google this. I think he's talking about Outer Banks, North Carolina. That's what OBX is. I hope that's right. You ever been to Outer Banks, North Carolina? I've never been to North Carolina, period.
No, I've not.
Jeremy, I'm afraid we're no help, pal. But if anyone can help Jeremy, please throw it in the chat. I have never been there. Looks nice, though.
Hector is asking, so he plays HB Turbos. I guess that's the Cleveland set, I think.
Yes, that's the one that's a full set of
hybrids, yeah.
basically. I'm a picker sweeper. What would be best?
What would be the best set of irons for a 15 handicap?
Sweeper. A sweeper.
Sweeper. There's a lot of good stuff out there in that category. Again, Hector, just it kind of depends what you need. But if you still need a little bit of forgiveness, but you want to go to the iron set, G410, you might be looking at something, P790-ish. You might be looking at Strixon 585-ish.
That's a good suggestion.
Hot Metal Pro fall in a really nice category as well. Lots of good irons in that. Probably the majority irons in the drawer fit into that category.
So not P790 category, but probably one step above in terms of.
P790 is a sneaky one because, if you do add a little bit of dynamic loft, the protection on sort of distance loss is as good as anything out there. And then it looks obviously fantastic. It's not got the thickest sole in the world.
How's that doing lately for you guys in fits?
790s?
Because I just feel like there's a lot more competitors than there were.
I still think it's the best of its class.
Do you?
Yeah.
That's quite interesting.
Yeah, I do.
That's actually quite a big compliment for them.
Best of its class. I think they figured that one out first. It's still super hot. Honourable mention to the Honma TWX.
That's sick.
Really, really nice iron.
Yeah.
But again, a lot of people maybe don't want to pay that little bit extra.
It's more expensive. I also think the Honma's quite a bit shorter heeled toe.
It is. It's a different look.
You have to be a more tight strike pattern, I guess, to get the most out of it.
Grab a couple, pal.
Sure.
I just need to pop out a club just to the back.
No worries. I will take some easy ones. Some super easy ones. Okay. Okay, this is a good one from Ethan. Ethan's asking, do you ever fit high swing speed players into game improvement irons, and for what reasons would or wouldn't you? It would happen, Ethan. The reason you would avoid it would be lofts. So generally game improvement irons are very strong. So you'll usually put that player in a situation where they hit the irons way too far. You're probably better off looking at irons that are forgiving but are very, very traditional in loft. So we're talking about a fast player and why they wouldn't want like G410s or something like that. The kind of issues. Actually, you know what would be a good video for Ethan to watch is, remember when we had Sam? Remember you fit Sam Bakey with retrospect I210s, Ethan. Would be a great choice.
That'd be a very good choice. Yeah.
Retrospect I210s would be probably the best choice anyone could think of. Chef recommends I210s. To you if you have one. or I can.
Just one that come in there from Chris Chambers. Ian, you couldn't fit me for a driver due to a bad swing. Just a bad day, Chris. That was all it was. Finally starting to make better contact. Do you think changing to a senior shaft would help me for a slow swing speed? It could do. I definitely think there's probably some regular, softer regular flex, maybe some senior. I don't think flex is absolutely everything you want to be focusing on, Chris. I think the weight and obviously shaft profile. I mean, go into it really is. Going to stiffer profile in a senior flex can often play stiffer than a regular flex in a softer profile.
Right. The flex is just a designate. It's not standardized.
It's not standardized. So I would still think coming in and having a look at a few different shafts is the best thing to do.
Great. You can take this one, easy one, from Brian. Difference between the VA Slay and the Nemesis.
Well, the major difference was Slay's a little bit softer, and Nemesis is obviously heavily counterbalance. So
very.
I would say Slay, think of that as a really, really great fairway wood option and a good driver option for somebody who likes it a little bit softer. At the bottom, the blue one. Yep. And then Nemesis obviously is to offset a little bit of head weight, or if you're looking to add a little head weight, good with something like G410 as we found. A beauty.
A G410 beauty. It was good in the Cobra too. Cobras were nice and heavy.
Yeah.
I thought.
Yep. Well, especially we added a little weight to it and stuff, so.
We made it work well. There's a lot of plane mate chatter. I've been using it a little bit.
Have you really? Yeah.
Remember the backswing thing I was telling you about?
Yeah.
It's helping.
Good.
So I brought it.
I thought it really did help you when you did use it.
So I'm getting way too kind of flat and laid off, and it's helping me feel the club stand the club up a little bit more and less kind of like whipping the club inside. So I've been dabbling with it. The Grim Walrus is asking about the ghost hands. I love the ghost hands, so I can't speak to this.
That's
I love it.
The best name.
If I use it and it doesn't give me that feel, then I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
It's the best part about it. It goes away after like 10 swings, so work through it. Let me grab this one from Tom.
Okay.
Tom has Cobra LTD Black 3 and 5 woods. Lovely. He wants to put the 3 wood shaft in the 5 wood head, but can I do it without swapping the loft sleeves?
Yes, you can.
Butt trimming? Is that what he's talking about?
No, I think.
Like the sleeves are the same.
Sleeve, yeah.
Yeah.
So
same sleeve.
Yeah, you definitely can. Just know exactly what you're putting it to. Obviously, the 3 and the 5 would have their own neutral loft. You just set it up on standard and obviously turn it up and down depending on what you need. But yeah.
A couple people asked if we did the 10C AV giveaway. We did. We had 3 winners.
Oh, nice.
I've emailed them.
Where did they come from? Were they?
One of them lives like right by me.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, but the other 2 one was in, anyway, two from the States, 1 from Canada. So yeah, they've been emailed. I got their requests. I've got that.
Was the one that lives by you? Did they get the orange? 10C orange. Was the last name Blois?
Wasn't Matt Blois? No.
Wasn't you?
It wasn't. One requested the blue and 2 requested the white.
Oh, nice.
Actually, I did a little consultation for one of them.
Did you?
I'll have you know.
What a boy.
We'll find out if it was good or not. One 10C blue and 2 10C whites going to 3 lucky winners. They're getting their names etched. Sent that off to Zane over the weekend.
That's awesome, eh?
So when we get those, I'll take some pictures and post them because I'm sure that'll look really cool.
That'll be amazing.
The laser etching.
On speaking of giveaways, we have obviously last week we reviewed the Hogan irons, guys, the Icon blades.
That's right.
Hogan have kindly agreed to let us give those away.
Beauties.
A little nice little giveaway out there for those of you who want to take a dip into the blade market.
The number of people in the comments.
It was good. It was really good, wasn't it?
Those, yeah.
I know. The comments were great.
Well, you hit them well also, which I think they showed well, right?
They were
numbers
nice.
Were nice. You hit them nice.
Yeah, and I watched that back over the weekend, and I think the little introduction of the golf ball to suit the flight and stuff was a good way to do that and show the clubs in their best light.
How do you want to do the giveaway for those babies?
I don't know. We'll have a little think about it. Probably announce something on the TXG Instagram later today.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
But look for that if you want to win a set of those beauties.
Yeah.
Right-handed, they have X100s in them.
X100s.
Worst case, you could have them reshafted though.
That's the thing. That's exactly
Still
it.
a free set of irons, so let's not get too picky.
Absolutely. What else we
To
got?
you, if you want.
Yeah, I've got Diego here. Lads.
Hey, lads.
G410 Plus, swing speed 115, spins at 3,500, stock 10, say 60 stiff. New head or new everything? Diego, the chances are, pal, you probably need to go LST. See if you can find somebody that will swap you. See if you can do a little hunt around your golf club and, you know, picking some poor soul who's struggling with his LST and swap him out
Or
for
a
that
lucky
plus.
soul, actually.
A lucky one, yeah. That
Someone
you're
hitting
going to help
nosedivers,
them
right?
out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say I would swap that out. At 115, you need to change into a stiffer shaft as well.
That's true.
But
yeah.
I don't want to encourage you to change shaft in the thought that that will get the spin rate down, because it
won't.
probably won't. You might be able to get it down to about 2,800 if you turn the loft down 1.5 degrees and go to a stiffer shaft. But I don't think you'll get it all the way there.
And maybe he already has a right miss, and that would be a nightmare. So
Yes.
good. Okay. Let's keep going. I have put the please save new questions note up. So please save your questions for next
Save the
week.
question.
This is a good turnout. I don't think we've seen 900 people at once in a while. Maybe not since the fitting video. It's quite good.
Love it.
A hot one. There's our pal Bryce. Morning, Bryce.
Aaron Bryce.
Got some people looking forward to the Elite 8 Fairway Wood bracket. So are we.
What do we have today?
Did you bring any with you? What'd you bring? Tour Edge?
Tour Edge, we'll need to build Tour Edge up.
Okay.
So I'll do that after
We
this.
can do
We've got
Tour
Tour Edge, we've got Cobra, we've got Maverick.
Did the Mizuno make Caldwell give you the Mizuno?
I don't have the Mizuno.
Okay, but we've got Ping, obviously. We've got
Ping it,
Cobra.
Yeah,
We'll get at least one done today.
at least. Yep. Okay, Alex F. Hey guys, what do you reckon? Lessons to fix the swing first with my basic $500 set, or get fitted to a better standard of club and then get lessons to improve?
Interesting question.
That's a good question. I would actually go somewhere where they can sort of give you a little bit of both on that one. So
Good advice.
I think you actually need to go and see how much swing work is needed, what the swing work is. The worst thing you could do is get clubs that are going to stand in your way, but also the worst thing you can do is develop your swing around clubs that are, you know, just not working for you.
Agreed.
So you actually have to go somewhere and get that answered by the same person.
Lovely. Good advice. Okay, from Jake. Jake is asking, am I crazy? This is hilarious. Am I crazy for wanting to replace my 3-wood with a strong 1-iron? I literally play with someone on my
I was
club.
going to say, you know the answer to this one.
Jake, if you are, +1 index, I'm not sure if this is an alias, and this is the guy that I play with all the time. I play with a guy who he has a G410 LST 3-wood, he lofts it down, he still spins it in like upper 3s, low 4s, hits it way too high, can't control it. He ordered a U510 Titleist 1-iron, bent it 0.5 degree strong, got a hazardous black in there, and says he loves it.
Right.
So I would say make sure you test it first. I
Yep.
wouldn't just buy it because it's a $500 experiment, but I don't think you would probably recommend it, but it's, you know, I've seen it. I've seen the type of person that just can't fly the 3-wood the way they want, so. Could be, Jake, could be. Or try a lower spin 3-wood. That's the only other thing I could recommend.
Love it, love it, love it.
To you?
Sure.
Take this one really quick. Bart's asking about T100, T100S. They can be bent easily. Yep.
Yes.
Agree. I'm hoping to bend the new T100S 1 degree weak to close the gap. What should I look for to make sure the bounce is okay? 1 degree weak, you'll be fine.
1 degree is absolutely fine.
Bart, you are
won't-
just fine.
You won't even notice it, to be honest.
Perfect.
Dave Zanio, the beautiful TXG head cover helped me to a 65, 75 2 weeks ago.
Some shooting right
I'd
there.
love the white vessel bag to finish off my bag. Is there an ETA?
You do need to reorder.
There's been a lot of requests for the vessel bags. Do us a favor, guys, if you are looking for a bag, there's a couple of the black ones left. I think there's
We have
two
2 or 3 black
two or three
ones.
black vessel bags left with the TXG logo. We're going to do another run of the white one, and we're waiting on timing on
Camo.
the black camo, and I
Maybe.
think we're also going to do a navy.
I like the navy. Or gray. Tell us which one.
Okay.
I do think navy. I agree with you. I think navy
Yeah.
would sell better.
Yeah.
The white is no, like the whites were gone in like a day.
I know.
I was surprised that less of the black ones were popular, but yeah, so they'll probably be white, black camo, and then a wild card.
Yeah.
But throw your request in there, let us know.
Sounds good.
It is on our list of things to order though. All right, from BJ. He is doing a loft and lie gapping session tomorrow. What are some things to consider pre, during, and post? Currently playing MP29s and RTX 4s. MP29s are blades? Are they? What is an MP29?
MP29s. I don't remember 29. 29s are old, yeah. I
It's
know,
an old
nice,
blade,
really
isn't it?
nice old set of blades, actually, 29s.
Yep.
What golf ball you play? Think of that. Make sure you're not doing your testing with a golf ball that's completely different from the one you use in the course, because then the yardages
advice.
you'll get will be, yeah, they were nice, very square. Look at that toe.
I know,
Squared
it's
off
wise.
that. I think
Shave with this thing.
I know. I think that'd be the biggest thing to keep an eye on is golf
Yeah,
ball.
I
Obviously,
agree
from there, depending on your speed, how much obviously your distances are. So, roughly for every degree of separation you have from club to club, you're looking at 2.5 to 3 yards per. So make sure you've got nice gaps in there. Look at the apex. Make sure you've got a nice steady apex in terms of all your flights being at the same height. If that starts to dip off a little bit, that'd be a little red flag that maybe you want to look at something that hits a little bit higher.
Good advice.
We have, I think, a few supers we may
Yeah,
have
let's
missed.
power through some.
Okay,
Well, I haven't missed anything because I'm just going.
We're just
I'm
going down.
piece by piece. Yeah, I'll take
all
the next one.
right.
Let me just figure out where I was. If you have one, go for it.
Okay. Premium shaft options from Fujikura Mitsubishi to try. They're all premium. They absolutely are. So if you're in the Maverick Sub-Zero weight back, Riptide 50 stiff, 100 to 102 moderate tempo. So Mitsubishi, you could try Tensei Blue 60 stiff. You could try Diamana BF 60 stiff. Fujikura, obviously not knowing enough about your flight or how you load it, but you could get into a little speeder Evo 661, Evolution 6, or you could get into a Fuji Pro Tour Spec 6 stiff. Those would be two good ones for you.
All right, speed round begins. Ready?
Go for it.
Okay, Mauricio is currently playing a Maverick Sub-Zero driver with the Ventus Black 6X. Lovely. What would be your recommendations for a new 3-wood?
Ventus Blue 7S, perfect. Lovely match.
And probably a Maverick Standard.
Yeah.
Or sorry, another Maverick Sub-Zero.
But lovely. Joe Lane, sim driver fittings so far. Sim driver fittings so far for average golfers. Okay, Joe's asking, do we fit more sim or sim max for 100 to 105? For the sim, not the max, does the swing speed tend to need to loft up?
Mostly a spin question, I guess. Eh?
Yeah, I would say right now we're still doing more sims than sim maxes, Joe. Yeah.
Adjustability?
Adjustability, generally actually a little bit quicker.
Really?
Yeah. In our testing.
Surprised to hear that.
I mean, most of the time I find that to be the case.
Interesting.
Yep.
All right. Brian's asking, he's looking at used Project X. What does EF mean? EF
Even
black.
flow?
Even flow black,
Yep.
okay. It has a 1-inch extension in it.
Yeah, don't like extensions and woods.
Ian says no dice. Average spin 2,700. Would the above shaft lower the spin? Probably not. Probably
No.
a waste of money.
Yeah.
Brian.
Most likely.
Yeah. Don't look at the shaft if you're trying to lower your spin. Look at your head or loft.
The shaft's going to have to change something dynamically, Brian. The shaft itself is not going to lower your spin. What it does may lower your spin. So if it produces less dynamic loft, if it changes the strike point, all those sorts of things, it can have an influence, but you just got to know what those variables are.
Perfect. Okay.
There was the one I think Michael was.
Oh, yeah, I'm just pulling it up.
Michael was wondering if we'd missed it. Yeah, pop that one up there and we'll get it.
Okay, so he plays a speed zone at tour length, Atmos Black TX70, G410 3-wood, same shaft, 42 inches. 3-wood feels light. Getting swing weight checked. What do you recommend it be? Okay.
I think if you're swinging those types of shafts, I would have your 3-wood around D4, Michael.
D4.
But you're playing things awfully short.
So he's going to have to add weight.
Yeah. Go to, actually, you might want to email Mike at Mike TXG, or catch Mike on Instagram. Ask him if he can get custom weights for the back of those G410 fairway woods, and you can probably up that weight a little bit. They do have a little weight in the back of there.
Good idea.
You could also hot melt it, obviously. But
Do you prefer the weight option, custom weight option, if you had your choice?
yeah, I would say so. Yeah, it keeps it sort of fixed and less of a concern moving forward. But
Agree.
I think that would be ideal.
Good. Okay. We got those two. We're actually catching up quite nicely. If you're ready, go. If not, I can get ready.
Let's have a little look here. Brett chasing a hybrid. He's 105 swing speed, 154 ball. With the, he's got TaylorMade Sim Max 3, 13.5 launch. Okay, so low launch, decent spin with the Ventus Blue. High draw, no options to test out other shafts. What options are there? Yeah, I definitely think at that swing speed you're going to have to go a little bit heavier than a 70 gram
70?
stiff. I was chatting with a friend about this the other day, and we were saying how we feel like the manufacturers for too long chase the wrong things when it comes to hybrid shafts.
Light and long.
Too light,
Bit of
too
a disaster.
long. Absolutely.
90 grams for Brett? 90 gram range?
Yes, that'd be something in that range would be really nice. If you're looking, hazardous black would be nice. It's in the slightly heavier range. Graphite Design DI 95 would be nice. Acra FX 2.0 300H would be really nice.
Ooh.
Another good one.
Lovely.
Dallas Miller is asking, what is the profile of the hazardous smoke green? Stiff.
Cam was using that yesterday.
Stiff. How was he hitting them?
He had some good drives. Yeah, he definitely had some
Is
good
it taking a bit of that right to left away for him?
100%.
Good.
His best drives were quite neutral, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe he was swinging it pretty well.
Was he? Yeah.
He missed a couple. What did he do? Pulled a couple.
Yeah.
No,
Who won the money?
We didn't bet. I should have bet. I would have won.
Attaboy.
In the leave and par yesterday for the
leave and
for the
par?
lad. Yeah, it was good. He
Boy.
played pretty well.
How was Cammy?
He played a lot of good holes. He just had a couple bad holes, but he was hitting it pretty nice. He was hitting his irons really nice, striking his irons like.
Larry Chung?
Larry played an eccentric round of golf as usual. First few holes were quite good. Then he just started doing his normal weirdness. Hit some good drives though. Like he comes, he trunk slams, doesn't warm up, tees his ball up, decently first tee, and then as the round progresses, the tee just does this, and eventually it's just gone. I'm like, Larry, you started off nice. Leave the tee in the air.
We need to get him just like a fairway wood, like a really strong fairway wood.
I just need to it's going to shake him until he does.
I know,
does something
it's not
normal.
that easy. That I've been there. Like that's a confidence thing. As you kind of like, honestly, it's a case of like you forget how anxious you feel over the driver.
Yeah.
And you get progressively more anxious and tighter. I used to have it as well.
And you just go lower and
You
lower.
just can't do it to the point where you just like every high tee ball you look at, you see like a huge block to the right.
He's hitting it good though.
Yeah.
He hit it better.
It's a mental
Oh,
thing.
for sure. I can see why a lower tee makes you
Yeah.
feel like you're going to hit a straighter
No.
shot.
I just think if he put in something like a little 13-degree,
no rocket
sim
launcher.
or something like that, or even like
get a
he's a Mizuno guy,
TS,
ST200, the little tour, turn that down. I just think he could hit that and not have to sacrifice anything. I just think the driver off the deck's a crazy one.
I got a video of him doing it that you'll like. Out of the rough.
Out of the driver off the deck, out of the rough.
Correct.
Love that.
He's asked us a couple times. Graphite shaft extractor company. Like, what do you guys use? Mitchell.
We use Mitchell, but you can get them from GolfWorks.
Okay. The Works.
Yeah, the Works would probably be the hobbyist route.
Frank's asking about testing Cobra wedges. Frank, I emailed Cobra and they're sending them, so it's
Are they?
coming. Yeah, they're going to send
The
us
new one?
Yep, and the new adjustable utility, which I'm stoked for. They are sending us
Love it.
both. Really quickly, are your fitting prices in Canadian dollars or US dollars on the website? Canadian dollars.
company.
Canadian dollars. Enjoy the discount. We are almost there.
Let's see.
Almost there. A few people asked about Jumbo Max. We will try to get some of those too.
Bobby's asking, he asked last week for a shaft recommendation. Lots of people asked things last week, Bobby. Before getting fitted into a CBMB combo, got fitted into KBS Tour stiff 7-iron, going about 167, 170. What's the difference between KBS Tour? I think we spoke about this last week with Bobby. He was asking like if he's X-Flex or stiff. Remember when we were saying like everyone hits 7-iron about 170 these days?
That's right. Well, if it wasn't Bobby, it was someone else.
It was Bobby, I remember it. What is the difference between KBS Tour and C-taper? A lot. Obviously KBS Tour is a lot softer, a little higher balance point. C-taper is very, very stiff. The middle ground is S-taper. Basically, an S-taper is the mixture of the KBS Tour and the C-taper. Something I'm looking at. I've played KBS Tour and C-taper in the past, and enjoyed bits of both, but not all of each of them. So actually, I was thinking about maybe trying S-taper and as a little option in the. I
don't remember even if we hit that during your fit. I have no recollection.
No, we didn't.
Probably never did.
That wasn't one we hit.
Okay, from Matthews asking about his G410 LST with the stock Tennessee Orange, 65 stiff. He swings 115. Would you recommend more weight and stiffer? Stiffer, yes?
Stiffer, yes. Weight would be more sort of an experiment to see if that was necessary.
Seems unlikely though, but stiffer, yes, Matthew. An X for you.
Reese, you might want to have a word with Reese Fish here. I want to see Matty swing like Bryson for a while, see if his back explodes.
Thanks, Reese. It may surprise you to hear that I live and breathe and I'm a real person, so
yeah.
I don't really want my back to explode.
No,
thank you though.
All good.
My back would explode, absolutely.
Everyone's back would explode unless obviously you're built
like a tank.
Built for stability the way
the big boy
Bryson is.
The big lad.
David Dix is asking, Ian, for your mirrors, what made you decide on S400s versus X100s? Performance. Performance. I hit the S400s better.
It was a little after the fact experiment. If
yep.
someone's wondering, X100 was in the video.
Yep.
But it is a decision that needed a little bit more tinkering. So you decided on S400s.
Yeah.
And now you're played a few rounds and you're probably going to change them again.
Probably going to change them again. It's the only thing about the Arcus grips. It's the only thing about it, because I'm obviously going to have to try and salvage the grips now.
How are you going to do
off
that,
of just the rod, just like literally just like
the rod.
Scrape them up. Yeah.
What do you inject like solvent in there too?
I don't like the injection part. I just literally, so you just like peel back the little lip of it and put some solvent in there. You put the metal rod up there and kind of fish it out.
Scrape the paint.
It's not ideal.
That's
where the benefit, no doubt, of the removable sensors.
Well, that's fair enough. If you switch stuff often, the way that you have started doing, sensors are definitely. It's funny how you went from like really not changing much, and it's hilarious to me because I feel like I pushed you to be like, dude, just tinker all the time. You own a shop for God's sake, and now you've just gone nuts.
I think though with a couple of changes, because it's more just have options, but I think having this 2-iron in. The 58 degree is not to my liking either.
Oh, okay. You want 60?
I want 60.
Yeah, I'm not surprised to hear you say that either.
I think I'm going to put in that little Bettinardi 60.
Are you?
I was thinking about it. I was like, oh, I'd really like a high toe with a 4-way camber. And I'm like, that's literally exactly what that Bettinardi is. And that sole with the camber and stuff like that.
I think that's a great idea.
So it's an absolute no-brainer.
You hit them.
Do you know what? Those Bettinardis might just make their way into the bag, to be honest.
You might as well. I mean, they're sitting in your office
I know.
as it is.
Yeah.
Play them.
Play me.
Okay, we're going to go super speed round, then we're going to sign off.
Okay.
We've got lots to do. Starting with, and please don't put any more questions in if you are about to type. If you're typing, freeze, wait till next week. You didn't get this from Brent, did you? Recoil okay, so recoil 110 F4 in the irons, looking at dynamic gold 120 stiff in his gap wedge as a transition weight. And he's got wedge flex in all his other wedges. Is that an issue? Is that a good idea?
That's good.
Okay.
Good.
Transition?
No issues. No issues at all. Shaft differences, issue, no. Definitely not.
Okay, Christopher's asking, somebody with no access to a line loft machine, is there a way to test at home or tell if your irons and wedges have moved?
No.
No. Christopher, you need a place that can tell you that, bud.
You do.
You need a launch monitor and you need the line loft machine.
Our man, Swing It.
Swing It.
Swing It. Big difference between hazardous smoke 6.0 and 6.5 in the 60 gram play. The 6.0 and a TS3 head. Swing speed is 100 to 112, high launch, low spin. It will, I mean, at that speed you should be just fine with it. You're more of a 6.5 guy than you are a 6.0 guy. It might take you a little bit of time getting used to it. It might take you just a little bit just to get a little feel for the timing of the shaft and how it loads. But it is, stay with it.
Lovely. Okay.
Phil is asking, have you guys received the max flies I sent? It shows they were delivered on Friday. What max flies? We've already tested the max flies. Is there more max flies?
I don't know. Phil, Brent sent us max flies, which we made a video about. Phil, if you also sent, leave it in the comments for us, Phil. I check the packages when I come in. I didn't see anything. Follow up with us, Nick, new member. Welcome, Nick. Okay. I think we can finish off, no?
My second part. Joe has got another one. Joe.
We said no. What is Joe asking?
Joe is saying there was a second part to his question.
We got the second part.
He said we didn't. What was the
second part? Was he's asking, do you loft most people up in the sim versus what they normally play?
No, not necessarily.
No.
It depends, Joe. It depends on so many things, but I really would encourage you to go get a fit.
Joe, you are a prime candidate.
You're a prime. The thing is, do you loft up? Well, you would if you hit it in the middle of the head, and you wouldn't if you hit it in the middle upper of the head. Because the loft is changing. So, it's all dependent.
Yeah, true. Okay.
All dependent.
Good live today. I say this every week, but it was
busy.
If there's one more you want to take from the present.
See. Well, we said we were going to do. Now this is your sort of executive decision. We said we were going to announce giveaway. This
big
week.
Giveaway. Mm-hmm. Well, I want to make a video about it.
We will make a video about it.
You want to tease more of it right now?
Well, yeah. I mean, I think we're nearly there with it, aren't we? We're nearly there.
We're basically there.
80%.
The one thing we're waiting on, I consider to be a nice bonus, but it's not a key. It's not a key aspect of the giveaway. Mm-hmm. All right, let's do it.
So
let's do it.
The 100K giveaway.
100K giveaway.
Oh,
go.
Getting my shackles put on me there. Good. Are we good to go?
Yeah, do it.
Right. So the 100K giveaway. We wanted it to be more than just a set of clubs and here's a nice new set. Good luck. We wanted. Is this the 90K giveaway? No, look, it's not. If we can get that to 100K, our target is within. We did target by the end of August, didn't we? Realistically, it's going to happen before.
Oh, it will happen by the end of August. Yeah,
if we can get it to, by the end of July, that would be spectacular. Spectacular. We won't be far away. So
it'll be tight.
We're looking for a full golf game transformation for some lucky winner.
Extreme makeover.
Somebody who's been an eternal sort of struggle with the game and, from every part of it. So equipment, swing, fitness, mindset, everything. So we'll kind of put together a dream team of people to kind of come in here and help us with it.
This is wild.
So it's going to be a brand new set of clubs. We're going to
fit by you.
Fit by me.
Here.
Yeah. We will cover the cost of getting you here for that.
Within reason.
Yeah, there'll be a credit towards that.
It'll cover most people's travel here.
Yep. There will be a swing sort of. Larry Chung is going to partner with us.
Yes. So you're going to be lesson with Larry plus online follow-up.
Yep. So if we can get here, part of the time here, there'll be a lesson with Larry. Michelle Liu, there'll be a sort of biomechanics assessment.
Yep.
And a subsequent program designed specifically for you to enhance your the motor patterns and the movements that you need to make your golf swing better.
See if you have any issues that need addressing.
Yep. What else do we have? Super speed. There's going to be a super speed component as well for this player.
Arcos.
There's going to be an Arcos component as well for this player.
There's going to be a round of golf with the lads.
Round of golf with the lads,
TPC Toronto, the only TPC course in Canada.
That's right. We're when the players in. Hopefully we can get the winner in for a few days, and we'll go play golf with you. We'll go for a nice dinner and all that sort of stuff. So,
are we forgetting anything?
No, I think there's a couple of things that are pending.
Yeah, so there's 2 more things that may or may not happen, but these are the big ones. So you're not really missing anything on those things. It's literally everything you can think of that could make you better at golf, all the things to do with golf, you will receive it. So the format, this is the interesting part. So every single person can enter.
Yep.
So basically, it'll be the easy process that it always is. Subscribe and fire your email in a form like we did for the Tensi thing.
Yep.
Let's say we'll probably get like 40,000 or something people. There's going to be a random draw for, we haven't decided for sure, probably about 10 people. It'll be totally random, 10 names get picked. Those 10 people then become sort of American Idol style.
Yep. Decided
by you guys, the viewers. So they'll be voting
on it.
On who. From those 10 people, they'll send us a swing video. They'll send us a little video of like their story. I play golf here. I've been playing golf for 20 years. My struggle with this, and then viewers get to decide who wins.
Yeah.
So it'll be a little sort of X factor if you're in the UK for that format style thing. We'll make a couple episodes. We won't go crazy with it, but a couple episodes showing who these people are, and then you guys get to decide who wins.
Exactly.
And there'll be lots to it. I think people will want to see someone that's willing to make the trip. Here because we'll want to film the session, so there'll be a lot of interesting factors about it. So everyone can have a chance to win, but once you get down to the final group, it's a jury of your peers, right?
Yeah. Which I think will be cool because
it'll be fun.
That way it's more than just luck of the draw. It'll be somewhat luck of the draw to see who the final candidates are.
Yeah.
And then at the end of it, we will pick. Or you guys will pick, the most deserving candidate, the person who we think that we can take on this kind of golf journey.
Absolutely.
Because the one thing about you guys is you're all golf enthusiasts. You all love the game. Who wouldn't want to be better at it? And kind of get over those barriers and hurdles that have been in front of you for years and years. So hopefully, with kind of the whole TXG ecosystem around you, we can help you along the way with that.
It's be a lot of fun. Pretty damn exciting.
Yeah.
Mark's asking if we'll cover a flight from Australia. If you can get a reasonable flight, maybe. It'll be a standard portion. It'll be a travel credit that should cover a good portion of a flight and a hotel and.
Yep. So
3,500. Whiskers got a short-ish trip.
I would hike the 3,500 kilometers for that giveaway.
We hike it. I missed that part. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Bandit's going to get a TXG tattoo? Sure. We'll be right there with you.
I know. Taylor said, can we get some expert commentary from the Godfathers?
That's hilarious.
That's exactly what we need through the
There's always commentary from the Godfathers. Okay, so that is it's really a soft announcement, but you'll see a formal announcement. But that is the shakedown.
Yeah, you'll see more of it as kind of the last pieces get kind of put in place.
Basically, yeah.
What will there be? Will there be a website? Where will people enter? We'll actually have a little site
So what we did for, if you enter the Tensi giveaway, you'll know exactly what we're doing. So basically what we did, I put a link. You have to put in your YouTube username just to confirm that you're a subscriber.
Yeah.
You throw your email in, and that's basically it.
Yeah. Johnny Casino's asking if we would cover the cost from Young and Eglinton.
We would, yeah. Luxury automobile travel.
We'd send a limo for you.
We would.
From Young and Egg.
You can practically walk here.
So it'll be great, guys. Obviously, we'll be mindful of timing with COVID and
that's the only kind of wild card. It may have to be a spring 2021 for the actual prize to be delivered, but
and that's where kind of not spinning it out, but that's where the sort of process of picking actually will be fun.
Be fun,
We'll not. There's no need to rush it. So the candidates are going to be from all over. There's no doubt about that. Yeah. So, but we will be running it. It is going to be the 100K giveaway. So we're probably going to launch it this week and get it live, and then we can kind of get the race to 100K by sort of the next 5-6 weeks. I would imagine.
We'll give people a few weeks to enter. Then we'll do the draw to get the names. Then we'll do a couple videos showcasing all the candidates.
Yeah.
And then probably by the early fall at the latest, you'll see the winner.
Dennis has got a great point there. Like, obviously we will film the experience and the process
sure.
and stuff like that. But this is kind of like what we hope that most people would do. Maybe not in this fashion where you're coming and getting a new set of clubs and going and seeing Larry and Michelle, because you'd need pretty deep pockets to do that, to commit to that whole process.
Well, what I was going to say, just for fun, this prize is probably worth $20-something thousand.
It would be worth $20,000 for sure.
Least.
Yeah.
And that's assuming you could get an appointment with you and Larry. Both of you are booked months out. So it's, if you really wanted to put a dollar number on it, it's worth at least 20 grand.
Yeah.
And some of it is priceless.
Yeah. No, this will be pretty cool. And then just a big thank you to you guys for getting us to this spot where we can even do things like this.
It's a bit surreal,
so
actually.
It's
Can ugly people enter if it's filmed? That's the best comment I've ever.
No, for beautiful people only.
No. Uglier the better. We're fine. The camera loves you.
Ugly golf swings.
It's hilarious.
18 with the lads is easily worth 50. You've never seen us play live. I don't know if that's true.
No, it'll be worth it. I'll make it worth it.
We'll make it. It'll be good fun.
Hope you like Coors Light.
It will be good fun.
All right.
Okay. I think we're all good.
Yeah.
Agenda for the week. I think it's a fairly slow week this week. There's nothing too crazy going on.
There's some kind of interesting stuff. You're going to hit a couple of tour issue sim heads, which is kind of fun. That's something we've never actually done before. We're going to hit the Tour Edge Exotics Pro Limited Series. We meaning you, the driver. There's a 3-wood and the hybrido.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do a couple of fairway wood bracket videos, and then we'll see what time it is, and we'll decide if that's it for the week.
That sounds like a plan.
Okay. Shall we?
Let's do it.
56 minutes.
Let's do
We
it.
are efficient today.
Okay, guys, have a great week. Stay tuned for more. I would say the best place to stay kind of in tune with the launch of the contest will be Instagram.
Or if you have notifications on YouTube, which you should.
Yeah, we'll do a video on it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll do a quick announcement on both.
Yeah.
So
probably, what do you think? Wednesday we'll probably film.
Probably film it on Wednesday, so we're fresh, and I want to wait on one last thing. So
because we want to announce every detail of the. I mean, to be honest, guys, we've mentioned most of it.
I've forgotten a couple things.
There's a bunch of things like the bags and like the TXG accessory
TXG
package.
accessories, and my memory is so bad, honestly. Is there a memory treatment in there for me?
I know.
So keep an eye on the channel and Instagram probably Wednesday.
Ronald, don't be a Debbie Downer. Bit of a bummer. Doesn't sound like someone who is a scratch or near will have a chance. Listen, I mean, if you have a compelling enough case when it comes to it as to why you should win it, is it something that you're looking to take your game to the next level? That's what it's a game transformation. We're trying to change someone's golf in life.
Transformation's relative.
That's exactly.
If someone's a 30 handicap and they go down to a 20, you've transformed them. If someone's a 0 and they go to a +2, you transform them.
Absolutely.
There's so much Big Mac chatter. I love it.
I know.
I think McDonald's.
Look, it's not fitness related.
Biomechanics. Well, it could be fitness if you're interested, but it's mostly biomechanics.
What Michelle does is not specifically related to fitness. It's related to better movement patterns, more specific to allow you to produce more speed, more consistency, less strain in your body, all those sorts of things. It will be a gym program.
Unless you want it, and then she can, I'm sure she can do it for you.
if she thinks
some fitness
you need
would
it.
be good for you.
So, dance lessons included.
From who?
Well, if we have a chance to get a night out, I'm sure Matty will show you a few moves.
100 Coors Light later. All right, this was fun. Tell your friends to subscribe, please.
Yep.
Because the more, the merrier.
Share. Let's get up to that 100K. And
the sooner that happens, the sooner that the contest actually ends, which means we get to see the winner.
Absolutely.
Okay. We will see you guys every day this week for a video.
Oh, every day?
Hi.
Yeah, 5 today, and then we're doing
Sorry, not Sunday. Every day but Sunday.
Every day but Sunday. Okay, guys, have a great week.